Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Season 8, Episode 4 of Adventure Time. Last we saw, we got beyond the grotto, and we go visit, or not, we're not really visiting them, we go see all the beach party chicks that we party with. I can't remember how many times we've seen them, but I know we've seen them enough times where I recognize them from that. I'm not sure if there's anything else major of importance that they've been part of. I feel like they just kind of party with us when Jake felt like inviting girls over, or maybe Ice King or something like that. Either way, they are smashing frogs, making hot dogs, and they're in the grotto. And beyond the grotto, the Sea Lord travels. The Sea Lord is in Finn's bed, or one of their beds or something, and they wake up and it's gross and it's like snotting and it's probably smells and it bleh. And then Shelby comes out of nowhere. I didn't mention this in the last one, how Shelby hasn't been around for a while, and I feel like Shelby's been in at least 2 of the last 3, maybe in all 3 of the last 3 episodes since season 8 started. And I feel like they're establishing a theme. Maybe it was just a coincidence, but one of the episodes had Finn viewing everybody a certain way, and then the last episode had them going down a hole, a portal, so to speak, where the animation changed and they perceived everybody different again. But this time it was different. The first time it was like Finn was forced to through these eyes of the hermit that he had that sucked into his eye sockets. And in this one, they were following the Sea Lord, who I believe intentionally took them on that journey. Because why be so weird and gross and roll around dragging them down into the grotto and beyond and then save them? Like, obviously the Sea Lord has intelligence, unless it was like just kind of going with the flow, and then at the end it realized what it did and it felt bad. I mean, you could see it clearly saved them, and at the end Finn tucked it in bed. I mean, it was all smiles from there. But what did all that mean? Why did the animation style change? Somebody, I believe it was Jake, was saying like, why don't we have our house in the tree? This must be before we moved in and all that happened. And I feel like that was what I kind of thought could be the thing, but I feel like the fact that they said it made it more possible. Like, in case you guys aren't following along, this is like sending us back in time and we're seeing things before they were. But then it really wouldn't make sense, because then what was the purple patch guy that looked like Ice King, and why was Tree Trunks and Apricot Anteater? I don't know. But Shelby, the whole thing with Shelby was interesting too, because Finn was seen to have perceived Shelby as a nerdy bookworm because it's a worm. So was that just the worm reference? Like, haha, it's a bookworm. But Shelby also talks like sophisticated and seems more intelligent. But then in this one, the last one we just saw, Shelby is totally off. And I'm thinking like, why is the Sea Lord a fish? And Shelby's giving this whole thing about why the Sea Lord's a fish. And the grotto girls are like, nope, that has nothing to do with anything. Like, it's a mammal. And that was weird. And what the heck is it anyway? So you guys want to be way ahead. Full unedited reactions to this and other shows I do. Patreon link at the end. If you're seeing it on YouTube, we are done in full with the entire series. Seasons ahead on other shows and hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. Check the link at the end. If not, jumping in. Season 8, Episode 4. Adventure Time. Adventure Time. Adventure Time. That's what you all get. That's what happens after I have too much to drink and stay up for 56 hours. I write so. Is it dimension or dimension? I've heard it said both ways, and I don't give a
안 일어날 거야?
Nah, I'm good here.
일자리 찾아.
A job?
We haven't seen much of TV. Let's check him out. It's an interesting look. It's like a round ballish Jake with a spike horn and rainbow colors. Sandwich. Whoa.
This box looks vintage. It could be worth money.
TV is horrible. He just ate a glowing sandwich out of a vintage box.
Mad bugs.
TV.
That's kind of crappy, man.
TV.
Doggy bag.
I ate the weird sandwich from the weird box.
What does it do?
I ate the weird sandwich from the weird box.
I'm guessing it sends you to the crystal dimension. Box for sale. Look at this craziness. He's sensing the sandwich. It's radiating something. It's another Rainicorn, and it's sensing the sandwich inside a TV. What is it going to do, though? Is it going to take him? What if it just ripped it out of his stomach? I love he's got a floating hover bike.
네가 그 상자를 비싸게 팔 수 있는 장소는 알고 있지. 거기로 데려다 줄게.
BTW, my name's TV. I've got a new best friend.
Named Lee.
리?
Hey, Mom.
너 그거
Hey,
못
Mom.
가져가, 리?
It's either her ex-boyfriend or we're going to the crystal dimension. Don't make me laugh.
You got such a cool place, Lee. How much did this place cost?
Is that Nathan?
아, 이거 내 거 아니야.
Nathan for you.
그냥 빈집에 들어와 있는 거야. 여기다 가둬놨어. 애들 데리고 와.
Oh my god, they're gonna put him in it.
이거 아무것도 아니야. 야, 다시
Look, it's-
오토바이나 타러 가자.
I mean, that's pretty
A wheelie.
advanced planning. How did they know he
Friend.
was gonna eat it to construct
Namely-
that? Look at these guys. We saw a doggy bag down with dogs. Now dogs are walking in.
망! 야, 개경찰.
Montana or I can't remember his goddamn name. Now what happened though? Don't frolic.
우리가 개들 법을 따라야 될 이유는 아무것도 없다고.
Doting parents delivery service.
Your mother and I were in the neighborhood.
Whatever does she see in such an idiot?
저 멍청한 개들이 진짜 싫어.
It's one thing to dislike something. I mean, it's obviously
이 지도
being a
보면
horrible
바로 되는 거야.
racist. I don't know what you'd call it against dogs.
이건 개들의 군대 체제를 침범하는 거잖아. 네가 레이나콘과 개들의 전쟁을 다시 일으킬 수 있어.
자기 없이는 이 작전은 성공할 수 없어. 레이너콘들한테
Very curious how this ends. Coffee bags.
드디어 파괴의 원동력이 내 손 안에 들어왔어.
So she took it to save the dogs.
끝까지라도 널 쫓아가서.
How come they're the
언제
only ones with voice
돌아올지 모르겠어요.
boxes?
이 수정 활력화를 여기서부터 없애야 돼요. 고마워요, 엄마 아빠. 사랑해요.
No more nose ring, bozo.
Prayer works.
And that's BMO's voice. Wait, no, Neptune.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What am I gonna do?
나 빨리 얘 찾아야 돼.
Hey, I don't keep in touch, all right?
빨리 불어.
I don't know. I'm not into,
이거 말이지?
That's my Kona. There was no sign of you, so Lee went way underground. Dogs, I know, right? Lee hangs
What?
out at the old bootlegger mansion with those dogs.
What are they doing though? They're putting TV on
Lee.
to a spinning
This is a cool
board.
candy.
No fear. What is going on though?
I
We
like
got the
this.
sun and the moon and a pyramid.
Lee, why are you doing this?
Oh my god, they had to blast it out of him. I love that they created a machine fit for him just to get the sandwich out of him. Oh my god, she smacks their nose. I love it. There's just like a pool table with a chandelier.
Hi, Mom. How do you know Lee?
이미 늦어버렸어. 어떻게 하는 거지?
What is happening? Can he put it back in the box and then Lee will be trapped?
It's a good thing I didn't sell this box.
Oh my god, he trapped Lee in the box with the sandwich.
Yeah, no, I think I'll stay here in the crystal dimension for a while.
Cool with
네가
me.
정말 원하는 거라면 그렇게 해.
Yeah, hey, it
금방
makes
다시
sense.
보자, 우리
Find
아들.
yourself.
Being independent is awesome. You guys have any food?
For like a second, I was about to go there, and I'm like, what's he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna go mooch off of her parents now. It's very typical in most people's lives. I mean, everyone's done it at some point, mooching off other people until you realize I got to get a job and I got to start doing things, or people are going to frown upon me if I'm 40 years old and living in your parents' basement kind of thing without a job and you're not doing anything. That's pretty much what they're showing. I recognize so many voices in that episode. They're all comedians, I feel like. TV might be Nathan. I can't remember his last name, but he had a show on Comedy Central, Nathan for You. He's very monotone. That's how that character is. I don't know if it's stupidity or being naive or both, but the monotoned voice where like they literally put him strapped onto a board, spun him around. I didn't know what was going to go on. I'm like, are they going to do something evil? Is he going to get hurt? And he is just like, oh, I have a friend named Lee. And he's just singing a song like totally oblivious to what is going on. Lee apparently buddied up with all these dogs because it's like we see in other movies and TV shows. At some point, you can't accomplish your goal, so you will do things you would never do or things you said you'd never do in order to accomplish your goal. So Lee basically ran out of options, and to conquer and accomplish his goal, he had to go team up with these dogs, and he succeeded. Now, I don't know what would have happened had TV not ever ate the sandwich, because all right, Lady Rainicorn, they showed the whole backstory, the origin story and everything. Lady Rainicorn basically fled the crystal dimension and left Lee because of this sandwich that glows and TV ate it, why didn't TV get some extreme crazy power? Like, I feel like TV should have had some sort of power or something when he ate it. I guess maybe because he just ate it and he didn't know what it was. Maybe you have to know how to use it kind of thing. Because it looked like Lee kind of had an idea. He licked it twice and then he turned into the sandwich. He kind of got absorbed into it and became one with the sandwich. And right away, I'm thinking all you got to do is lock him in the box. The box is there. They made it a point to talk about the box a lot of times. So TV runs over, boom, he's in the box. So now Lady Rainicorn goes back home with the box and Lee is in the box. I can't help but assume that Lee's going to come back at some point. Could they have just had this for no other reason but to show us why Lady Rainicorn left? It could have just been a way to bring Lady Rainicorn back in, tell us a little bit more about TV. He decided to stay in the Crystal Dimension and mooch off Lady Rainicorn's parents, whom also hated Lee. I thought it was going to be a thing where the parents were like, oh, you went and married the dog. I mean, we have seen her parents before, and they seem to be okay with Jake. I feel like they actually loved him. There was that whole episode where Jake was trying very hard to get into their good graces, and I feel like they're big fans of Jake, I feel like. But I thought it was going to be a problem here because this is like a past story where they were going to be like, oh, you got to marry your own kind, and Lee's all about his own kind and this and that. But no, they're like, he's a moron and we don't want you to be with him. And they got their wish and their prayers were answered. So now they get to watch her kid that she had with Jake and she had to flee again, but now he's in the sandwich. I have to assume, like I said, that Lee's coming back. But you guys want to be way ahead, full unedited reactions of this and other shows I do, Patreon link in front of me. If you're seeing it on YouTube, we are done in full with this entire series. Seasons ahead on other shows and hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon, link in front. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.